I, 25 female, have been dating my girlfriend, 29, for a year and a half. My family never had a problem with my orientation, and they adore my girlfriend. However, she's a lawyer and pretty professional with most people, so those who don't know her well take her for someone who only knows how to work and nothing else. She only sometimes corrects people, but she's good at a lot of things. My brother, 28, and I have always had a rivalry. He was the golden child and still loves rubbing things in my face. It's primarily playful, but it gets disconcerting at times. Ever since I started dating my girlfriend, things have escalated a little bit. He'd find a minor mistake I make and turn it into a huge issue. We were on vacation with my extended family, including uncles, cousins, etc., and my girlfriend was also with us. There was a tennis court, and my brother started challenging everyone to a mini tournament. My girlfriend is an excellent tennis player. She plays tennis 3 days a week, but she was also talking to my dad and said she'd rather pass. He wasn't having it, but I talked my brother out of it and said my girlfriend wasn't interested. After a few games, my brother came after her and started jokingly teasing her about being scared to play. My girlfriend accepted the challenge and destroyed him on the court. Literally everyone was cheering for her, and he lost the game. My girlfriend didn't even celebrate her win and said it wasn't fair to my brother because he was playing with someone at a much higher level. He later told me I was an absolute idiot for allowing him to make a fool out of himself. He said I told him she wasn't interested, and he thought that meant that she didn't know how to play. I still don't know what his issue is, but I do feel kind of guilty after he lost so badly. Should I have told him my girlfriend was a pro? OP, you need to apologize to your brother. Tell him, we usually warn you friends ahead of time to let you in, but I forgot to tell girlfriend since she's new. Bonus points if you can throw in examples of when he won in the past. Make him think people let him win out of pity. Not the idiot. Your brother sounds selfish and tiresome. So he isn't an idiot for wanting to destroy a beginner on the court, but you're an idiot for not warning him that she's a pro? And he doesn't see anything wrong with this? Oh boy, it sounds like everyone watching the match knows how your brother is. He must be the best at everything, and enjoyed seeing him get taken down a peg. I'm sure he felt embarrassed, but that comes with the territory. Wah, your brother's poor fragile ego, LOL. My 8-year-old nephew knows how to lose gracefully. Seriously, your brother was simply attention-seeking to gain the favor of extended family in attendance. He was showing off when he got shown up. He embarrassed himself with his behavior. Nobody else did that. And you didn't allow him to make a fool of himself. He did that all on his own. I, male 24, have been dating my girlfriend, 23, for about 5 months. My grandmother hosts a large family dinner with all my close relatives every other month. She encouraged me to invite my girlfriend over for dinner yesterday. For some context, my entire family and I are Black, and my girlfriend is from a white Anglo-Saxon Protestant family. I was at dinner yesterday, and I went to go hang out with my niece, young child, whom I'm very fond of, and the rest of the kids to play Monopoly. My girlfriend tagged along. My niece was counting the play money to pass out to everyone, and one of the other kids said something about how he wanted to be rich and get all of the $500 bills. My niece out of nowhere blurted out that she couldn't be rich because she was Black. I was totally taken aback and asked her who had told her that. Apparently some bully at school said that to her on career day when they were sharing dream jobs, and she said she wanted to be a president. I told her that that wasn't true, and I hugged her, and she started crying. Then my girlfriend jumped in and told my niece that it's really important to forgive the boy who said that because he probably wasn't trying to be mean and was just confused. I was totally shocked and told her she needed to stop trying to justify what happened. She then tried to hush me and started baby talking my niece and said that she should also try to be nicer to all the kids at school because kindness goes both ways. I was totally livid at this point and pulled my girlfriend aside and quietly but angrily told her she needs to learn when to shut up. She started getting riled up at me and started rambling about how statistics are on her side. I don't know what the heck she meant, and I wasn't really processing what she was saying, but I told her to get out of my grandma's home and leave already. She drove me here in her car, and I was planning to hitch a ride home with my brother. This morning, I got multiple calls from my girlfriend's sisters calling me an abusive and crappy idiot. I know my words were harsh, but I thought my girlfriend was talking in a disgusting manner to my niece. Am I the idiot? Not the idiot. Your girlfriend sucks. She entirely missed the point and absolutely needed to stay out of that discussion. I mean, it would have been cool if she could have encouraged your niece, told her that boy doesn't know anything, and she can be anything she sets her mind to. But if she couldn't do that, she should have indeed shut up. Advocating for the bully? Heck no. Maybe you were harsh in the heat of the moment, but you weren't wrong. Exactly. When a little boy in the carpool told my 5-year-old daughter she couldn't be a doctor because she's a girl, I told him that was the stupidest thing I'd ever heard. His mother's a middle school principal and one of the most capable people I know. She was not amused by her son's bigotry. Girlfriend's condescension is appalling. OP, I look forward to voting for your niece for president one day. I honestly don't think that the girlfriend did anything too horribly wrong here, outside of her timing. She was trying to tell the girl a message espoused by one of the leaders of the civil rights movement. Hate cannot drive out hate. Only love can do that. Everyone is saying that girlfriend was telling the niece that she deserved it, but was probably saying that the girl should be nice to the boy, because if she just starts being mean to him when his behavior literally isn't his fault, then it'll just reinforce the brainwashing he's received. The stat she's talking about could be that children who are calmly and non-maliciously corrected about their behavior are likely to not be idiots when they grow up. My brother remarried a few months ago. His new wife has a daughter, Sarah, around the same age as his daughter, Alina. My sister-in-law doesn't have a good job, so Sarah had a pretty tough life. Her birthday was about a week ago, so I bought her a laptop. I know she needs one for school and they can't afford one. So I explained to Alina that I was giving Sarah a better gift, not because I love her more, but because Alina has everything she needs and Sarah doesn't, and she understood. On Sarah's birthday, I gave her my gift, and she seemed very happy. However, I heard her bragging to Alina, telling her I didn't love her. Alina kept telling her to shut up, but she kept going and I was furious. I asked Sarah to give the gift back and gave it to Alina. Her laptop was 3 years old, so she could use a new one. I told my brother that he doesn't dare take this away from my niece, and if he does, he'd better remember never to ask me for any financial help, which he does regularly. My sister-in-law got extremely angry and called me an idiot and said I ruined her daughter's birthday. I told her daughter ruined her own birthday, and this punishment was well-deserved. I will never sit here and watch someone bully my niece. My sister-in-law and her daughter think I'm an idiot, and I believe my brother agrees with them, but he doesn't say anything. You are the idiot. You explained to Sarah why you were giving Alina the laptop. Why didn't you talk to Alina about it as well? That was your first mistake. Your second mistake was taking it back. That was a total idiot move. You gave the gift and you don't get to take it back. Your third mistake was how you treated your brother. You are not the parents, and you have no right to act like you are. You should have told your brother and sister-in-law what your niece Alina said and let them deal with it. Blending families with teenagers is a minefield, and you totally blew it up. Yep, you can't just take back a gift you've given. You haven't taught Sarah anything useful or positive, only that you're a mean stepaunt who can go back on her word at any time. That was an overreaction, and she was just a stupid kid. As you said, she needs one for school, and they can't afford one. You don't have to give them one, but giving one and taking it back when it would change her life so much is just heartless. That's crazy. She didn't realize that just because her brother got married, she was supposed to care about these people automatically. She gave the girl a gift, and the girl then rubbed the gift in her niece's face to the point of tears. She then took back the gift and gave it to her niece, because why the heck would she want to have a bully to have a gift from her? You are not the idiot. In all honesty, My real niece seems kind of cold, but also it's true. You don't have to have a familiar connection to your in-laws, but that's what they are, in-laws, as in the only thing making you even remotely related is the law. I agree. It's appalling that Sarah isn't grateful and doesn't realize how lucky she is to have a new aunt who cares enough to buy her an expensive gift. The bragging just made it worse. Don't gift her anything good until she's learned her lesson, OP. I will not say my wife is OCD because I have no training to make such a diagnosis. She is, however, incredibly particular about so much stuff. I can deal with most of it. There's really only one thing that bugs me. She doesn't understand that the soap dispensers need to be refilled. There's a bathroom just inside the back door that I use on my way into the house. I like to use it and then wash my hands and my face after a long day at work or after a day of working in the garage or in the yard. This requires soap. My wife likes liquid soap dispensers. No problem, I can live with that. Except that when they're empty, she forgets to refill them, so I have to use another bathroom in the house. Then she gives me crap for bringing dirt into the house. I bought a sleeve of bars of soap to keep in that bathroom. She threw them away because bats of soap are gross. I bought replacement dispensers. She gave me crap for wasting money on refillable soap dispensers. She buys liquid soap by the gallon, but she doesn't store the stockpile in the same place all the time. And when I go looking for it, she gives me crap for disorganizing her pantry or storeroom. So now whenever I run out of soap, I just toss the dispenser in the garage and get one from the other bathroom. Then when she gets home, she gets upset because she has to dig the dispenser out of the garbage to refill it. I've asked her to leave me a gallon of soap in the bathroom. She won't. I bought my own gallon of soap. She found it and hid it wherever she hides that stuff. She says I'm being an idiot throwing away the dispensers. I say it's her fault for not refilling them. I even drew a line on the one in my bathroom so I could give her a week's warning that I needed a refill. Am I the idiot? Honestly, I was reading through this going, dude, why is it on her to refill the soap you use? And then I reached the end of your post and, holy hamburgers, Batman. You're very much not the idiot, and you have a lot more patience than I do. I would have lasted about to where she was throwing out the bars of soap, and she complains about waste instead of letting you use them to wash up. On the other hand, your wife is the idiot, and it sounds like she has some bigger control issues. Hint, it's probably not just about the soap. OP is not the idiot. What kind of weird soap opera is this? Do you always get treated like a child? Get her a good therapist. I don't know how long you've been married, but I hope that this is the only thing she's acting this way about. I hope all her good characteristics make up for the negative ones, and that you can be happy with your marriage. Yeah, is this really just about soap? If your wife only behaves this way about the soap issue, then this is concerning. And if you sit down and have a serious conversation, it may be resolved. However, if she behaves this way about other issues in your relationship, then you both need counseling to get to the bottom of this. Best of luck. I, male teen, sit at my table group in physics class along with two girls, Ellie teen and Mia teen. Ellie often asks me for help while we're working on practice problems after lectures. She doesn't really ask specific questions, despite me prompting her to, and instead just says general stuff like, I don't get it. So I usually explain the concept to her from a more fundamental level to make sure I'm covering whatever it is she doesn't understand. It also helps me give her a comprehensive explanation because verbalizing the material helps me solidify it in my brain. So it's a win-win situation. Yesterday, I was explaining a problem to Ellie when Mia interrupted and told me, you don't need to mansplain every single detail. Stop speaking to her like she's an idiot. I was really baffled because I've never tried to condescend to Ellie, and Ellie's never told me that she feels like I'm being rude. I mumbled sorry to Mia because I didn't want to escalate the situation, and I wasn't sure what to say. Today we had an exam, and our teacher allowed us to have 10 minutes of review before the test. Mia pulled up her chair next to me like nothing had happened yesterday and asked me to explain this one concept to her. I told her that it's probably best if she asked the teacher because I didn't want to seem like I'm mansplaining her either. She called me an idiot and then asked another table group for help. Am I the idiot? Not the idiot. She had it coming. The conversation was between you and Ellie, and Mia decided to take offense. Mia needs help, and suddenly you're okay. You dodged a bullet, as she can use the same mansplaining card after you help her. Agreed. OP, you did right by sticking up for yourself. She can't expect to be rude to you for helping someone else, and then turn around and ask you for your help. Apparently, she doesn't know what the natural consequences mean any more than she understands the concept of mansplaining. This is a perfect example of you're darned if you do, darned if you don't. Honestly, I don't blame you for having a wall up. No one deserves to be accused of doing something they didn't do. However, what I find totally wrong is that she first accuses you of mansplaining, then the next time has no problem asking you to mansplain her. I'm sorry, but no one gets to have it both ways in life. My sister is getting married next weekend, and I'm a bridesmaid. I'm a type 1 diabetic, and I wear 2 medical devices, a Dexcom blood sugar monitor on one arm and an Omnipod insulin pump on the other. They're both really small, under 2 inches each, and work together to monitor and regulate my blood sugar levels automatically. This basically means I don't have to poke my fingers to test blood sugar or give myself insulin injections. The system does that automatically and makes my life way easier. Today when we were trying on our dresses, my sister told me not to wear them during the wedding because the gowns are sleeveless and the devices will look ugly in the photos. I told her I wasn't okay removing them. They're essential medical equipment, and I'm not going to put myself in a position to affect my health just for some photos. My sister complained to our mother and some friends, and they're all taking her side. They say it's no big deal if I just don't wear them during the wedding, but I don't see why I should. Mom suggested moving them to my stomach, but I've tried that before and found it incredibly uncomfortable. When I put a new sensor on, I'm stuck with it for 10 days until it expires, and I can switch it to a new one, and I don't want to be stuck with one on my stomach, where it'll bother me the entire time. They're all complaining that I'm not willing to compromise at all, but I don't think my health should be an area where anyone can ask that I compromise at all. Am I the idiot? Not the idiot. What the heck is wrong with your family that they don't care about your health? A wedding is a busy, stressful event when your blood sugar could do strange things in response to the stress. Photoshop exists for reasons just like this. Promptly decline the invitation to attend if your sister cares more about her aesthetic wants than your medical needs. Photoshop isn't needed because it's kind of disgusting that the bride would want to hide the things that allows her sister to live comfortably. I wonder if she also demanded that grandma leave her oxygen tank at home because the tubes would ruin her precious pictures. What a bridezilla! How vapid and shallow and just downright selfish. And your mom and friends agree with her? How on earth do you have so many horrible people in your life? I hate this trend of perfectly curated photo shoots to erase reality. Photos should show what is, and there's nothing wrong with what is. Honestly, I'd suggest that sis looks into hiring a model to stand in for her so that she can get exactly the look she wants. She clearly doesn't want the actual OP. If she's worried about what the guests will say if they notice, they can say she got an amazing makeover to be extra special for her sister's special day, and OP can have a lovely, relaxed day of her own.